welcome to a video on Maze Talk. I wouldn't necessarily consider this a podcast because this is just a quick little, it's supposed to be a little short, maybe 5-6 minute video, somewhere along that range. So I wouldn't really call it a podcast, just a little episode to fill in for the podcast this week, as we didn't have one this week. Should have one coming out this weekend though, which is good news. Anyways, getting straight into the video, I'm going to be rating, it's kind of predicting and giving ratings. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on my top 5 rated players, and by rated I mean overall, in the new NCAA 25 video game that is coming out this summer. There is a chance, I'm not saying this will happen, I'm saying it might. I might get the new game, and we could start a dynasty with the Michigan Wolverines on here. I wouldn't really say start a dynasty because, we're already pretty good. But, just a little franchise type thing. Maybe we can get the community involved. And, but anyways, getting straight into the main topic of the video, my top 5 rated players for the new NCAA 25 video game. Starting off, we're going to go from 5 to 1. At number 5, I have tight end Colston Loveland at an 87 overall. Loveland, one of the best players, if not the best player, returning to Michigan this year on offense. A stacked tight end, a hybrid type tight end. He can catch, he can block. He's got for a tight end, I think he has a little bit of legs on him, a little bit of speed. Standing at 6'5", 245. This season, Loveland had 45 catches for a total of 649 yards and 4 touchdowns with a long of 54. That was against Indiana. So, a solid tight end, and my rating for him is an 87. Now, at defense for number 4 on the ratings list, we have Rod Moore, the player who punched our ticket to the Big Ten Championship this year. He had 2 interceptions this season. So, a solid defensive player. I'm sure he'll stand out, and I'm giving him a rating of 88. Next, at number 3, we have Kenneth Grant, who is coming in at a 90, or not a 90, not a 90, I almost just said a 99. Coming in at an 89, we have Kenneth Grant, who found his way into the Heisman race at one point in the season. I think it was after the Penn State game, I believe. He was in the Heisman race, which, I don't know. Kenneth Grant is definitely one of our standouts on defense. This year, Grant had 29 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, resulting in 32 yards. He had 3.5 sacks. That would cost 28 yards. He somehow got himself an interception. I can't remember when that was. He has a fumble recovery. And I know this isn't really necessarily a statistic, but somehow, against Penn State, a defensive lineman caught up to a running back. You don't see that every day. Anyways, Kenneth Grant coming in at 89. Now the top 2 on this list, and coming in at number 2, we have Donovan Edwards, our running back who went off in the national title after, for being honest, not really showing up much this season. 2022, he had an outstanding year. This year, not as much, except for against Washington, where he absolutely dominated. And this guy, Donovan Edwards, he's an all-around player. He's quick. He can run the ball. He can catch. He can throw a ball. He can throw the ball, too. He is an all-around athletic running back. This season, he had 12 carries. No. That's in the first game. What am I looking at? He had 119 carries, 497 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Receiving, he had 30 catches, 249 yards, no touchdowns. And throwing the ball this year, he was 1 for 1, and he had 34 yards against Ohio State. So like I said, he can throw the ball too. This guy is an all-around player, very athletic, very strong, very quick, and that's why he is coming in at number 2 on this list at a 93 overall. And sitting at number 1 on my top 5 highest overall or highest rated players for the new college football game, we have Will the Thrill Johnson at number 1, coming in at a 97 overall. So, Will Johnson, obviously a great player, one of the best defensive backs in college football. I wouldn't say locked up Marvin Harrison, but he put up a pretty good fight with one of the best receivers we've seen in a while, if not the best receiver. Will had 27 total tackles. He had 1 tackle for loss. Will had 4 interceptions. I don't know how many pick sixes he had. I think he had 1 pick six, maybe, if I'm right. Probably more than that. I don't know. But Will Johnson, I can't wait to see how he performs this year. One of the best players on this Michigan team. Glad that he is coming back. And he is the highest rated player on this Michigan team, in my opinion, coming in at a 97. So, the top 5 highest rated players, my top 5 highest rated players for the new College Football 25 game, in my opinion, for Michigan. At number 5, we have Colston Loveland at an 87. At number 4, we have Rod Moore at an 88. Number 3, we have Kenneth Grain at an 89. Number 2, we have Donovan Edwards at a 93. And at number 1, we have Will Johnson at a 97. That ends out this video. This was just about, 10 minutes? Around 10 to 6 minutes, so might have went a little longer than I thought it would, but still a shorter video. So I wouldn't really say it's a podcast. Should have a podcast coming out this weekend, I hope. If not this weekend, probably in the middle of the week, next week. But thank you for watching, and as always, go Blue.